I have no data on this other than anecdotal and friends, but trust in government seems to be at a near all-time low
Okay.
post-COVID. Why do you think that is? Like, what would explain that? If you just entertain the hypotheses that that might be true.
Well, I think part of it is the government keeps telling us of all the wonderful things they're going to do for us, and then it results in misery for the people they claim they're helping. Like, so they bring in a monstrous housing program 10 years ago and say, well, the government's going to get back into housing and that's going to make it affordable. Well, then the housing costs double. An entire generation can't afford a home. Or the government says, we're going to massively increase spending because we're trying to help. Well, what happens? Well, only a small number of largely affluent people actually get the help, and everyone else gets the bill, and you got 2 million people lined up at a food bank. So people say, every time they tell me they're going to do something wonderful for me, it turns out I get stuck with a terrible bill and my life gets turned upside down. And I think naturally people are very frustrated with that. And I've tried to channel that frustration towards a positive outcome, which is let's change it. Let's stop making these ridiculous promises that government is going to do everything for us, because the government can't give you anything without first taking it away. The government doesn't have any of its own money. So every time they promise these things, they're really talking about taking from you. What we need to do is have a government that is back to the basics, does a few things right rather than a lot of things poorly, and then lets people prosper and grow and build their lives in the whole country.